Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing, the entire world, goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right. So today we're talking about Hart's Law. Hart's Law is a thing, but now it's also going to be a protocol where you can earn dual yield launching on Pulsechain. And this video is perfectly timed for the very launch of this protocol. So by the time this video is live, you're going to be able to come to the link in the description and join Hart's Law, where you can use the power of PulseX, which is the best and largest DEX on Pulsechain, to leverage that to earn double tokens. I like earning tokens in yield farms, of course, but earning double tokens, fantastic. Tremendous, brilliant stuff. If you're new here, take a second to like and subscribe to this very content. And let's get straight into Hart's Law. What's happening? When's it launching? All the juicy information is available right now on the Crypto Mischief channel. And that's why you watch, isn't it? That's why you watch Crypto Mischief, because it's launching, and it's launching soon. When? It's launching on the 4th of December, 2024 at 12 p.m. EST. What time is it? Pretty much that time. So get over to the link in the description and check out Hart's Law. Today we're going to be delving into the entire protocol. We have the website right here to check out, so I'm pretty excited about that. Nice clean website, Hart's Law, right? So this is the protocol website. It looks quite complex, right? There's a lot of statistics and a lot of things going on, but actually I was reading through these docs and watching some explainer videos on how to use it. It's incredibly simple and quite beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Pulsechain's a beautiful thing, and this also looks pretty good. Of course, everything in DeFi can be high risk. You need to do your own research. This is not financial advice. Look at the website, read the docs, watch some of the explaining videos, watch till the end of this video, make up your own mind on if this is a protocol which you are interested in joining. I will give you full disclosure. This is a sponsored video, but I will be investing my own funds into Hart's Law because I think it looks pretty cool, actually. So let's get straight to it. So what do we see here? This is the website. We're not launched yet, so this would be testnet, right? We can see your balance, reward pool, total users, boost rewards, total staked, your wallet balance, and here, the most important thing we're going to think about is this. Buy HLAW. HLAW is the token which runs this platform. From this platform, you can earn HLAW token, and you can also earn incentive token, right? 2 tokens. You might be thinking, why? Why, Richie? Why is this protocol called Hart's Law? What is Hart's Law? So let's just preface that by talking a little bit about Hart's Law. Hart's Law was coined by Richard Hart, the creator of Hex and Pulsechain. It suggests that the prices of cryptocurrencies tend to move together because they're bonded by liquidity and by trading pairs. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, often rise and fall simultaneously due to their trading pairs. When one goes up, it pulls the other one up. We notice this on CoinGecko. If we have a pump day, everything's up. If we have a dump day, everything's down. That's Hart's Law, right? Hart's Law challenges the idea that cryptocurrencies move in tandem due to overarching strategy or manipulation, instead influencing the influence of trading liquidity, okay? And at its heart, Hart's Law is liquidity at its core, liquidity driving the Hart's Law token, and liquidity rewarding you, and even your rewards come out in the form of liquidity as well. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? So let's get straight to it and check out the docs for this so we can get a better idea of how it's all going to work once we're launched. I will be making a video after launch as well, where I will take some of my own hard-earned crypto cash and I will be depositing them into Hart's Law. Introduction. Welcome to Hart's Law, a community-driven DeFi protocol built on PulseX. Hart's Law allows you to earn dual rewards by leveraging the PulseX farm, incentive token, and Hart's Law token, right? And protocol fees as well. And they have this cool reward price pool idea as well, and boosted rewards, lots of things going on, lots of fun. This dual reward system is unique in that it allows you to earn incentive tokens in addition to Hart's Law tokens. So if you go to PulseX DEX, right, and you farm, right? Let's preface this with how does Pulsechain function, right? Very important, right? So if we come to PulseX, right? Let me just bring up PulseX. PulseX is, like I said, the go-to DEX on Pulsechain. It's where you want to go if you want to swap tokens. Generally, I use GoPulse, but it just aggregates PulseX actually. And on PulseX, they also have a farm section. So here we are. Right? We have PulseX here, PulseX DEX. You trade your Pulsechain token back and forth. We then come though to earn, right? And we come to farm. Don't go to pools; they don't exist. They never took them down. Don't know why. We can pair up our assets to then earn incentive tokens. So, for example, in this wallet, I'm staked in the assets of DAI and DAI from Ethereum and Pulse token, right? So I'm using DAI and Pulse in liquidity. Why do I use DAI and Pulse? I use DAI and Pulse because Pulse token is quite volatile. It's been on a fairly strong dip, but being paired to DAI from Ethereum, which is always $1, means that I'm shielding from total impermanent losses there. Of course, when we do start pumping with Pulsechain, you might want to swap into something like Pulsechain and Ethereum, right? Or Pulsechain and PulseX, right? You have the options in this farm. When I'm staking them in here, this is a normal V2 farm, and I earn this incentive token, okay? Incentive token. Here I have 16 tokens, which are worth $67. Great. More coins for me. So that's the basis of PulseX. Okay, so we're going to leverage this technology of farming in liquidity to earn incentive. The dual reward system is unique that it allows you to earn incentive tokens in addition to the Hart's Law token. One Hart's Law token equals one DAI Wrap Pulse LP token. What? A token equals an LP token? That's correct. So we come to check this very farm with DAI and Pulse token, right? This LP coin, which I would generally have to form in liquidity, yeah, by taking my liquidity, then adding liquidity with Pulse token, then finding DAI, adding DAI, right, and putting that together to make liquidity tokens, okay? That is essentially what Hart's Law token is. Crazy stuff, yeah. So one Hart's Law token is one DAI with Wrap Pulse token, which is cool, right? That means that the token price of Hart's Law is already set. It's going to be the price of the liquidity pair of Pulse token and DAI. The ratio is immutable and can never be modified. This is similar to how Pulse Capital handle their stock token, okay, which has been doing very well for me as well. That's another project I'll be talking about on video very soon, okay? So Hart's Law token, let's get a little bit deeper into how this works. The Hart's Law token is a wrap version of DAI with Wrap Pulse LP V1, building on one of the largest liquidity pools in Pulsechain. The key features of the Hart's Law token: it generates external revenue incentive for the protocol via the PulseX farm. Because Hart's Law token is the LP token, all they need to then do is have it staked inside of PulseX in the farm section, and then it's going to start generating incentive coin, right? Each Hart's Law token will always be equivalent to one DAI Wrap Pulse LP V1 token. The protocol ensures a strict 1-to-1 ratio between Hart's Law and DAI Wrap Pulse via smart contracts. Wrapping DAI and Wrap Pulse into Hart's Law makes it easier to integrate with the protocol. Yes, so essentially they're wrapping an LP token and turning it into Hart's Law token. Hart's Law tokens are seamlessly integrated across all features of the protocol, including staking, prize pool participation, and generating external revenue through the PulseX farm. So coming back to the website then, we then have here buy Hart's Law, okay? That's where you that's what you have to do to engage inside of the Hart's Law ecosystem. To buy Hart's Law, you need LP coins. You can't buy Hart's Law with Pulse, right? You need an LP coin. Now, before we went to PulseX and I showed you how to make an LP, and you're thinking, Richie, I don't want to go over to PulseX, get the two assets, combine them into an LP, come back to Hart's Law, buy Hart's Law with that coin, then blah, 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 right? Don't worry, you don't need to, right? They have a thing called a zapper, which means you can use the technology of Hart's Law to zap right into an LP from anywhere. So you come here to buy Hart's Law, boom, right? Once you click this, we have Zap. What you want to do, hit Zap, right? Zap is going to take any coin that you have on Pulsechain, which it allows. It will then create this LP for you, so you don't need to even go to PulseX to deal with this. Great stuff. So for example, I could take 50% of my Pulse token, Then I would put the slippage to whatever I can get away with. Lower is always better. And we press zap. That would then zap me some DAI and Rat Pulse LP. Once I have those DAI and Rat Pulse LP, then I would just come to buy Hart's Law, and then I would be able to buy the Hart's Law with my LP token. So for example, we would take one LP token. You would need to approve the transaction, to approve the smart contract for the transaction, and then you would receive your Hart's Law token. Boom, and it's there, right? You now have Hart's Law. That's how you buy Hart's Law. So first zap to get LP, and then approve, and then purchase. We have the option here for auto stake. Auto staking would make your Hart's Law token immediately move into Hart's Law ecosystem. But for the purpose of this video, we're not going to auto stake. We are going to come off there. You would then have the option to then make one more transaction so you can further understand how this protocol works, right? But for now, we've just bought and own Hart's Law token. Then you can sell Hart's Law token when you want to. You would then sell the token back into an LP. Now, you would then have LP out as profit, right? You're getting Pulse with DAI LP, and there's many things you can actually do with that LP. You could send it into PulseX and just start earning even more incentive coin. You could send it into Pulse Capital, start earning there. You could put it to SparkSwap. You could put it probably to many other places in Pulsechain to earn with it, or you could come to PulseX and you could split your LP the same way that you could. So you can zap in, but you can't zap out, right? To split your LP, you come to liquidity, and then you want to find your liquidity pair and remove liquidity, okay? That's how we would do it. That's the main parts of Hart's Law token. So now how do we earn? What are we going to earn by having this cool wrapped LP idea? How does it work? Hart's Law is designed to be simple, rewarding, and user-friendly. Here's an easy-to-follow explanation of how it all works. You buy Hart's Law tokens. We've done that. We've got them, right? Use the Zapper tool. You can buy Hart's Law with DAI and Rat Pulse at a 1-to-1 ratio. Then stake your Hart's Law. Stake your Hart's Law token to begin earning dual rewards. So we come back to the website. We have that big button here that says stake. We press it, and it will ask you how much Hart's Law do you want to stake. So, for example, you go max. You then stake, and you would then have your stake balance here. You can then unstake your Hart's Law as well at the same time. Now be aware, there are taxes involved in the purchasing and selling of Hart's Law. The tax is 10%. Why does Hart's Law token have a tax of 10%? Well, we're going to get into that in this video, but essentially it's because that's where a lot of the extra utility of Hart's Law protocol comes from this tax, right? So it's important to know, just like, for when you buy and sell, that there is a tax, okay? The tax is immutable. It exists. Deal with it, right? Moving on. We now have staked it. Now that we've staked our Hart's Law, you are now earning dual rewards. Staking allows you to earn incentive token from PulseX. Everyone wants incentive. It's a great token. And you also earn more Hart's Law tokens from protocol fees and external revenue. Protocol fees, that would be that 10% tax we were talking about, right? External revenue would be the LPs, which they're then putting to work in the back end, rehypothecation, to then earn more rewards. You can then think about other things you can do with your Hart's Law stake. If you buy 2,000 Hart's Law or more, you can qualify for the prize pool leaderboard. When the countdown timer hits 0, the last 10 buyers share 20% of the prize pool equally, while the remaining 80% is rolled over to the next round. So we'll come here, we come down a little bit. So this is how to buy, this is your yield and how to stake. Then we have prize pool. So the prize pool will run days, hours, minutes, seconds, right? The prize will be given out in Hart's Law token. This shows Hart's Law available to users. This shows the next round, and this shows the minimum deposit you have to have, I'm assuming in the stake, to be eligible for the prize pool. The prize pool leaderboard is here, where it shows the leaderboard rewards, the total rewards paid, and the past winners of the prize pool. And that's pretty much how it runs. So you can get extra Hart's Law tokens from participating in the prize pool. This is a cool idea. We're going to go into it in more detail as we get through the docs, but essentially it adds more buying pressure to Hart's Law token, because if you are in the prize pool, say you've already staked over 2,000 Hart's Law tokens, you're like, oh, I just bought, but 10 other people bought after me and the timer is about to go down. I could win more HLAW tokens. If I'm one of the last 10 buyers, I'm just going to buy a little bit more, then boom, you're in. So it causes a buy rush every time the timer comes down, which raises volume, increases visibility, and of course raises the amount of, it won't raise the token price because one HLAW is one PulseX dAPP, right? But it will raise the amount of capital inside of HLAW to pay out to HLAW stakers. Okay, so, and we have get referral rewards. If you stake $100 worth of HLAW, you unlock a referral link. When a user buys HLAW using a referral link, they're permanently, forever, more linked to your wallet, and you receive 1% of all their buy fees. So there's a 10% tax on HLAW buys, remember. 1% of that is given to the referrers. So use my link. So we get the 1%. On this channel, as always, any referral links that I put out and that I earn on, I do take those referrals and I funnel them into the Crypto Mischief community NFT called the Shitcoin Club NFT, SCC. Find us on Polygon. Then every month we airdrop those rewards to our NFT holders. By the way, we've airdropped over $100,000 in the last 14 months to our NFT holders. That's how we keep this channel squeaky clean and community run. UI navigation. So we've gone through most of the UI. We didn't look at the bottom, which is here. It shows you your referral stats, rewards earned, available rewards where you can claim out HLAW tokens, and you see how many users you've referred and your referral link for the site, okay? That's good. And at the top, we have some more beautiful stats. If you like data, this has really got it all for you, right? We have the balance, we have reward pool, total users, and boost rewards. So this is just gone over right here. Balance is the total amount of HLAW in the contract. Reward pool is the balance of the pool that distributes 1% of its daily to all stakers. So the larger the reward pool, the more that HLAW we're going to be earning every single day from this, because 1% of it is distributed to stakers every single day. This is a kind of platform that I think will start pretty strong, and people will start to get a feeling for it as more and more people start using it to leverage PulseX to earn dual rewards. You will see your HLAW rewards start to grow. This could snowball quite fast, or it could be a slow burner where we're earning pretty great passive income for a while and then suddenly it just starts increasing like mad, okay? Depends on a couple things, how many people are staking inside of HLAW, and also the performance of Pulse token in the upcoming Pulsechain bull run, which definitely is coming. If you saw what happened to PDAI last week, you know that a Pulsechain bull run is coming by PDAI. Reward pool. Total users, of course, to see who's in there, and boost rewards, bonus HLAW, distributed by team randomly with a countdown timer. Yep, there's even one more exciting factor about this website, boost rewards. So there's a timer, and every time the timer runs down, if you're staking your HLAW tokens, then you will get a percentage of the booster reward, depending on how much HLAW you staked. How much of the reward pool do you get? You get it in percentage-wise to how much of the HLAW token you've also got staked, right? So if you have 10% HLAW staked, you get 10% of the 1% of the reward. Hope that makes sense for you. Right, protocol yield, we went through this. Oh, we didn't actually. So the total staked is the total amount of HLAW staked in the protocol. The APR is the combined annual percentage rate of the reward pool plus the daily incentive APR as well, incentive coin from PulseX. Available rewards is the total amount of incentive available to claim in the protocol, and claimed rewards is the total amount of incentive claimed in the protocol. So that would be this one here. You will see the APR for HLAW once we launch. It will show more than 0. Total staked here, available rewards, and claimed as well. That is pretty much all of the UI covered, so I'm going to skip the rest of this, and now we're going to get into the reward pool. What is the reward pool? The reward pool is the core feature of HLAW that distributes daily rewards to all HLAW stakers. How does the reward pool work? So how do we get this income from just staking the token, right? Where does this income come from? Funding the pool. Every time someone buys and sells HLAW, remember, there's a 10% tax, right? Or when they claim their incentive fees, there's a 10% tax, right? So when you came to here, say you have incentive rewards, you claim this, 10% tax. You claim here, 10% tax. Okay, oh no, claim your rewards, 10% tax. Here, sorry, this one down here, claim also 10% tax. From that 10% tax or fee, 4% goes directly to the reward pool to pay out everyone who's staking. Distributing rewards. The reward pool distributes 1% of its total balance daily to exclusively to HLAW stakers. These rewards are distributed proportionally based on the amount staked, meaning the more you stake, the bigger your share of rewards. What makes the reward pool unique? User-centric. The reward pool is integral part of HLAW, ensuring active stakers are consistently rewarded. Sustainable mechanics. Unlike other protocols that depend solely on new users or token price growth, HLAW reward pool is powered by continuous user activity because claiming triggers it, buying triggers it, selling triggers it, okay? Good stuff. Instant rewards. Instant rewards, instant gratification. You earn as soon as you stake. Whenever a user buys or sells HLAW or claims incentive rewards, a 10% transaction fee is applied. From this fee, 1% is allocated to instant rewards. Good. They're sent immediately after user activity to all HLAW stakers. How are these distributed? Instant rewards are distributed automatically to stakers proportion to their staked amount in the protocol. This means that the more you stake, the more you'll earn from every single transaction. Why these matter? You get immediate gratification. You're tied to real activity in the protocol. The more successful, the more users, the more you make, and it's inclusive for all users who are staked. So for example, a user buys HLAW tokens, that will trigger the 10% transaction fee. From this fee, 1% goes to instant rewards. If the transaction is worth 10 at 100,000 HLAW, that means 1,000 HLAW tokens are distributed as instant rewards. These rewards are divided among all HLAW stakers, users based on their percentage staked in the protocol. Nice stuff. The prize pool, which we went over, is their exciting feature, which adds fun and a competitive edge to your rewards. The pool is funded. HLAW contributes 40% of all protocol fees to the prize pool. You need to have 2,000 or more HLAW, and you're then automatically entered into the prize pool leaderboard. The leaderboard displays the 10 most recent buys. They have the countdown timer, which runs every 72 hours. That's pretty bullish, actually. Each new qualifying buy adds 15 minutes to the timer. Okay, so it's kind of, the more people buying, the more the timer is extended. Reward distribution: when the countdown timer hits 0, the last 10 buyers on the leaderboard split 20% of the pool balance. That's bullish. 20% each for all 10. This will drive lots of buy pressure. What makes the prize pool special? It's dynamic engaging, it's sustainable because 80% of the pool rolls over to each round, so it can last forever. It's a fair opportunity with all 10 winners getting that 20%. And rehypothecation, of course, the prize pool balance is actively utilized to generate additional yield through rehypothecation. So even though it's sitting in a prize pool, it's still earning rewards for the stakers. Good stuff. Let's say the prize pool has accumulated 100,000 HLAW tokens. The last 10 buyers, when the timer hits 0, get 20,000 each. The remaining 80,000 get 20,000 split, which is 2,000 each. The remaining 80,000 tokens rolls into the next round, ensuring the prize pool continues to grow. We talked about referrals. If you buy, you have to purchase a certain amount of referrals. It's two different numbers here. Here before, I think it said 200, but this one says 5,000. We'll see on launch how much you have to buy to unlock your, I think it was $100. We need to, it says discuss here. I guess they're going to fix that. But you have to buy a certain amount of HLAW token to unlock your referral link, essentially. You share your link, you earn rewards, right? This grows the ecosystem and onboards new people to it. Boost rewards. What are boost rewards? Boost rewards are the HLAW's team way of saying thank you to its dedicated stakers. These surprise payouts inject incitement and value into the ecosystem, giving you even more reasons. So that's the timer we saw at the top. The timer is set, counting down to boost reward distribution. The exact timing and frequency of payouts are determined by the HLAW team, keeping the rewards unpredictable and very, very exciting. The rewards are distributed and everyone wins who is staking. We have external revenue, which is always important. They use rehypothecation, which includes using staked assets within the protocol to generate external revenue for the protocol. HLAW leverages the PulseX farm, where the protocol earns incentive tokens for the rewards. We all know about rehypothecation. It's external revenue. It is bullish. The fees break down for this. So HLAW uses a structured fee systems to support the protocol, fund rewards, and ensure sustainability. Here's the breakdown. Buy fee on HLAW token. The 10% fee, 5% goes to users, 4% in the reward pool, and 1% to instant rewards. Reward pool, remember, pays out 1% a day, and the instant rewards come straight in instantly. Instant gratification, baby. 2% goes to the protocol, 2% goes to the prize pool, and 1% goes to referrals. If there's no referral, it goes to the protocol. The protocol creates the external revenue. The selfie 10% is the same, but of course there is no referral fee. Yeah, pretty much. Incentive claim fee. When you claim incentive, when you're earning it, 5% goes to the user. 4% is swapped for Hart's Law to the reward pool. 1% is swapped for Hart's Law to instant rewards. 4% goes to the protocol and 1% goes to the prize pool. So these are very balanced taxes, which push the tax to sustain the platform. And I like that a lot. Of note, at the bottom, they do have pending audits for Oxguard and Solid Proof, but they are not yet there. But the Hart's Law token contract address is right there. Oh no, this is the dAPP Pulse. The contract address for Hart's Law is not yet out, but you can find that upon launch. This should be populated with the audit, which you can check out in your own time. Okay, so that's Hart's Law. I'm really excited to make another video on this one and get into it, just start playing around and earning and taking part in the ecosystem. I've been Crypto Mischief. Richie, I hope you enjoyed this video. Are you bullish on Pulsechain, Hex, PDAI, DAI, PulseX, Grace Currency? Love them all. Teddy Bear. Yeah, if you are, get in the comments. Let me know what you're most excited about on Pulsechain. I've been Crypto Mischief, Richie Crypto Mischief. Be good to each other, and as always, don't get wrecked. Bye.